Hey everyone, this is Greg Davis of Azola Creative, and I want to talk to you today about some different ways in which you would project the leads that you need to generate and how you're going to actually get to those leads when you're looking at different marketing channels that you might work with. So this is really important when it comes to reporting to your CEO or the C-suite around what you need to do as a marketer in order to hit the numbers that you need to hit. And so a lot of times we get lost in just a lot of output as marketers because we're just throwing a lot of things because it's just there's not enough time sometimes, or there's not the know-how and how to report things more effectively from a numbers standpoint. But that's why there's such a huge trust gap when it comes to CEOs and marketers. And so what I want to do is start to kind of shift your head in the right direction around being able to actually back up the numbers so that you can advocate for the right resources that you need in order to hit the leads that you need to, or the sales that you need to. So in order to do that, I'm going to take you into the back end of the CMO dashboard, which is a product that Azola Creative runs. And I'm going to show you some of the lead generation calculators and how they can work for you in order to actually hit those numbers. So let's just go into the toolkit here. I'll show you some of the lead generation calculators. I'll just show you the website leads because I think that's the starting place of what we're talking about. Overwhelmingly is we're talking about digital marketing and our website being a sales resource and really a sales engine for the business. This is very critical for you to really understand realistically what kind of numbers you need to hit, because sometimes, again, it's just a little too abstract up in the air. So let's start with the idea of what is our revenue goal. And I'm just going to throw a number in here. Let's just say that we're trying to generate $450,000 in sales. This could be for a product or for the whole company, depending on what the scenario might be. Then what we need to do is we need to know what our average order value is. And so if you have products with multiple prices, different tiers, it's too difficult to be able to predict how many of each number that you're going to sell. You just need to average them out into one price, and that way it makes it a little bit easier for you to create some estimates. So we're just going to say that $7,800 is our average order value. And so now I know that I need 58 sales in order to hit those numbers. Okay. Well, now you need to look at the sales team and say, okay, what is the average close rate that the sales team has? And this could vary depending on product, or it could just be an overall close rate, but you need to understand what that number actually is and plug it in here. I'm just going to use 40% for this example. That tells me that I need 145 leads in order to get those sales. So now you need to look at the website, because this is the sales engine that's going to drive those leads. So now I say, okay, my average conversion rate on the website, it can be all over the place, depending on what industry you're in, depending on particular products, or some pages that might be a little bit better designed than others. All kinds of different things that can affect that conversion rate. For this purpose, we're just going to go with an average 2% conversion rate. That's a healthy conversion rate, kind of an industry average of what you would look like or look at. And so we'll just kind of start there at the 2%. So now by doing this, what I know is that I need 7,250 website visitors in order to hit my sales. Because if you work backwards from this number now, you say I need 7,250 visitors with a 2% conversion rate to get 145 leads with an average close rate of 40%. And that's going to help generate my $450,000 in revenue. Now, what you get to do here, which is really cool, is now you get to advocate for what you need to do in different marketing channels. Because how are you going to get those 7,250 visitors? That's where you're going to have to look at whether you're using pay-per-click or email marketing or SEO or whatever it is that you're going to do. That's all contributing to generating this traffic. But now you as a marketer can go to the CEO and say, here are the numbers. You're speaking more analytical terms now. Here are the numbers I need to get to what you want to have from a sales projection standpoint. This makes the conversation a lot more transparent when you're doing this. And it also gives you the ability to advocate for certain things you might need for marketing. So think about this for a moment. It doesn't even also always necessarily mean that all of it has to come from spending money in different marketing channels. What if you invest a little bit more effort, time, design, content on the website or on a particular landing page? What if you could turn this 2% conversion rate into a 4% conversion rate? Now you're down to 3,625 visitors that you need. So you've cut that traffic in half by increasing your conversion rate on the landing page by just a couple of points. So, or I should say, a couple percentage points. You could do something even where if you went from a 2% to 2.5 and you're going to get to 5,800, it's still taking that overall number down. But now here's another factor. Let's say, what if the sales team can close higher? They're getting a 60% close rate. Again, it cuts that traffic down to 3,800. How do you get that 60%? If they're averaging at a 40%, that might be that you're just doing that much of a better job as a marketer communicating the value to the audience so that when you do get those leads, they're solid and they're much more qualified. So there are all these different factors in how you can tweak the numbers in order to hit the numbers that you need from a sales standpoint. But ultimately what this does is this empowers you as a marketer to communicate to the CEO or the entire C-suite around the financial impact that you're making as a marketer and what the numbers actually are in order for you to get there. Now, there are other tools like this that are in the CMO dashboard, and so I won't take you through all of them today, but if you're interested in learning more about it, you can go over to azolacreative.io and you can check it out there. I'll probably do some of the other calculators in future videos, but in the meantime, just head over to azolacreative.io if you want to check it out. Hey everyone, thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends and colleagues. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to leave a comment.